everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another review of The Flash. This time, episode 21, Grodd Lives.
Too much drama. Iris is the worst.
Before I rewatched this, I was thinking, oh, this will be a nice episode. We get introduced to Grodd. But then I realized, holy crap, there's a lot of Iris. I mean, I knew there was going to be Iris, but good God.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the worst part of this episode, and basically the whole show, is Iris. Last episode she found out. This episode we get to see all the fallout because of that. She's mad at Barry. She's mad at Joe. She gets to be a drama. And then she tries to stick herself in the team and then complains when things don't work out immediately. I mean, what did you think would happen, Iris? Oh, God. Let this be a precursor for the whole show, basically, because Iris is going to stay on the team and she's going to be annoying and achieve nothing. And then Barry has that stupid line of, oh, you're what makes me the Flash, which makes me think of one of my least favourite lines in the entire series.
Oh, God, no. Don't even.
We'll wait till we get to that line, thank God.
Oh, God, that is the worst thing ever.
Oh, see?
But yeah, we don't have much to compare it to, but from what I've heard, this is the worst iteration of Iris.
I mean...
But we haven't seen other versions.
I think this also might be the runner-up for the worst time a character finds out the hero's identity.
Oh, God, yeah.
It might be.
Why can't she be more like Thea?
I know! Thea was so good! Thea was so calm and... Oh, God.
Yeah.
I know! It's the opposite! Yeah, Thea spends all that time saying, oh, you're my brother, you're supposed to tell me things, but as soon as she finds out, she's so calm.
Yeah.
But Iris, oh God, stupid Iris! Why do people like Iris? I don't get it.
I know, I was talking to our friend Nebby just yesterday, who you guys would know from the quizzes, and he was saying because he has seen other versions of stuff, even he agrees this is the worst iteration of Iris compared to other Irises from other versions of the Flash.
I mean, in the 90s Flash, there wasn't even an Iris.
Ah.
He was with Christina McGee.
Oh.
I told you that before, and you forgot. Remember, they're the same actors and actors.
Oh, yeah.
But, look, we'll talk about another ongoing thing. We've still got some... This episode kind of dawdles along, because if you think about it, last episode ends on such a huge note, but this episode kind of achieves nothing in terms of the main plot.
Yeah.
We do have, Wells still has Eddie, he's building something, he talks to Eddie a bit, taunts him a bit, that's kind of it. This episode does kind of... It's crazy to think this episode is kind of fillerish, or just kind of stalling for time.
Yeah, it's mostly the Grodd stuff, and then on the side we get a few little scenes to remind us that Wells and Eddie are still there. Yeah,
but you could have easily stuck that scene, like, if you could have took this whole episode out, but then we wouldn't have the Iris drama, but who needs it anyway? But we do have Grodd, an interesting villain. Not one of my favourites, but it's still interesting recurring villain.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. And we also have...
His voice actor is really nice.
Speaking of good voice actors, we also have Wade Eiling here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's back, because if you remember the last time we saw him, Wells brought him to the sewers. So, you know what, that had to come back. But, yeah, and it's also the last time we ever see Wade Eiling. He never comes back.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, but he just doesn't. I mean, to be fair, that actor does have a lot of work he does.
Yeah.
That actor's been in a lot of movies. He's the voice of Mr. Krabs. He's the voice of Cortex and Uka Uka in some of the earlier Crash games. He's a lot of things, Wade Eiling. But Grodd's an interesting one. I don't know. I don't get excited when Grodd's around, but he's still an interesting one to have.
Yeah.
There are way more exciting recurring villains.
Yeah. And in terms of real life, he was fun to talk to.
I suppose I did promise we'd tell a story.
Yeah, it all started when I volunteered for Comic-Con. And, yeah, I was in the autograph queuing area. And, we had Wally West, and we had
Jess, who plays Ava.
We had Ava, and we had Diggle. And I was hoping to get put on one of those lines, but it was my first time, and those are the busier lines. So I got put on an easy line, which was a guy whose name I didn't remember at the time, David Sobolov. who, the team leaders told us, oh, if you haven't heard of them, look them up so you can make conversation with the people lining up. So I looked him up and I realised it was Grodd. We're not supposed to just go up and talk to the celebrities, but his line was so small. Most of the time it was just one person there at a time. So at one point he looked quite bored, so I did talk to him. And then I said to him, oh, it's too bad my brother's not here. And he said, I can get him in. And the next day, Shadow here came to Comic-Con for free.
Yeah, this was the most ridiculous thing, because she speaks to him and she mentions me, and apparently his friend had gotten a weekend ticket, so now he had a spare ticket. So apparently he got me in.
Yeah, because his friend had bought a ticket, but then he, as a celebrity, got a few spare tickets to give to friends, so he had a VIP pass that he gave to his friend. So all they did is go into the system and change the name on his friend's ticket to Shadow's name, so he could just go up to the door and say, hey, this is my name.
Yeah, so there we go. That's the story of how we met him.
And you got in for free.
That was... Yeah, I mean, the great thing to know is there is very... But now you can know that, fun fact, despite what it sounds, there's basically no special effects done to his voice. He's one of those voice actors where he could just do amazing things, have really...
Yeah, he showed us in person. It was great.
I know, he could reach really low, deep levels of his voice. I know other voice actors like that, like Maurice LaMarche and all those actors, but...
Yeah, because he didn't sound like that talking normally.
Yeah, I know, but, he's a big person, and big people like that can usually do really deep ones. I can think of quite a few other voice actors who could just do really deep voices or really...
It almost sounded like he was whispering or whatever. Like, he got quite close to you when he did the voice.
But he still was able to go the normal register, so...
Yeah.
But there's your fun fact for the day. Other fun fact, throughout these episodes we've been wondering, what exactly do those metahumans in the cubes do? We now know that Caitlin feeds them fast food.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's also the only mention of Deathbolt except for the next episode. Because if you haven't been watching Arrow, you'd be confused on who that extra metahuman in the prison is. We'll get more into that next episode.
Yeah.
Although, granted, everything we're talking about was a deleted scene, in case you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, we got a deleted scene where she brings along the food.
But, there you go, we talked about some extra stuff, because quite honestly, Grodd, he's fun, he's alright, he had some interesting scenes, we find out, we do get some depth to Wells, because I like that, because as I always say, no one is purely evil, everyone's just a person.
Yeah, he does have compassion, because he was the one who stopped the experiments.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, we did get that flashback in a way earlier episode where he was talking with Eileen, but now we get more context on what it is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the episode is just full of Iris, so despite Grodd's alright, but he's not enough to really lift the episode. The episode kind of stalls for time.
Yeah.
Iris is a pain in the ass. I'm gonna give it a nice 6.5.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. 6.5, it's fine.
It's a shame too, because the last couple of episodes have been huge. I mean, really, most of the episodes of this season have been huge. This is one of the weaker ones of the season, and it's the third last episode. That being said, next episode is possibly my favourite one of the season. We'll see, I'll reassess things later, but I absolutely love next episode. There's so many good stuff in it.
Okay, I remember the basic gist of it, and it's alright.
It's got a lot of good things. You'll realise how jam-packed next episode is soon.
Yeah.
What is the name of next episode?
Rogaire.
Well, there you go. That should tell you who we're seeing again.
Yeah.
But we're going to be seeing a lot of people you wouldn't expect in the next episode.
Yeah.
Which, we'll get into that. But that being said, we're done, I suppose?
Yeah, we're done.
This episode was full of Iris, crap, and some interesting Grodds. So, with that being said, we will see you next time for more Flash and other things as well.
See you next time, guys.
See you next time.